Hi, this is Alka, and welcome back to my channel. We had some interesting news from North Carolina. They're about to make a change to a pandemic era law so that the criminals and the some of the protesters that have been using masks to cover their identity will no longer be allowed to do so without being charged with a crime. I mean, just some people use it for health reasons, and some people using it for the wrong reasons, committing crime. So let's get into this, shall we? And let's see. This comes from ABC News, so the Democrats are not happy about this, I'm sure. Rome, North Carolina. Republican lawmakers in North Carolina has pushing forward with a plan to repeal a pandemic-era law that allowed the wearing of masks in public for health reasons, a move spurred in part by the demonstration against the war in Gaza that has included mass protesters camping out on colleges' campuses. The legislation cleared the Senate Wednesday on a 30-15 vote along party lines, despite several attempts by the state Senate Democrats to change the bill. The bill, which would raise penalties for someone wearing a mask while committing a crime, including arresting protesters, can still be altered as it heads back to the House. Opponents of the bill says it risks the health of those masked for safety reasons, but those backing the legislation said it's needed response to the demonstration, including those at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, that escalated to police clashes and arrests. The bill also further criminalized the blockage of roads or emergency vehicles for protests, which has occurred during the pro-Palestinian demonstration in Roland and Durham. You know, they're disrupting everything. Just like just ban oil clowns, right? It's about time that the craziness is put, at least slow down, and not put to a stop. Wilson County Republican Senator Buck Newton, who presented the bill, saying that on the Senate floor Wednesday, most of the pushback against the bill has centered around its removal of health and safety exemptions for wearing a mask in public. The health exemptions were added to the start of the COVID-19 pandemic along the large bipartisan line. This strike through would return public masking rules to their pre-pandemic form, which was created in 1853 to address a different issue, limiting the Ku Klux Klan activity in North Carolina, according to a 2012 book by the Washington University in St. Louis sociology professor Derek Cunningham, I don't know. I could be wrong. Since the pandemic, masks have been a partisan flat point, and Senate debate on it if the law would made it illegal to mask for health purposes was no different. Democrat lawmakers repeated their uneasiness at how removing protections for people who choose to mask for their health could be put in, I don't even know what the hell they wrote here. Compromising North Carolinians at risk of breaking the law. Legislation staff said that during a Tuesday committee that masking for the health purposes would violate the law. Yeah, right, okay. You're making careful people into criminals with this bill, Democrat Senator Natasha Marcus of Markerburg County said on the Senate floor. It's a bad law. Yeah, the Taylor is bad law, but you still allowed it. Mm-hmm. Simon Heatherton, a IMCO person who spoke on Wednesday Senate Rules Committee, I don't even know how to pronounce those things, you got to forgive me, said the mask one is the only way she can protect herself from illness and fear the law will prevent that practice. We live in different times, and I do receive harassment. Heatherton said about her mask wearing, it only takes one bad actor. But the Republican legislature continues to express doubt that someone would get in legal trouble for masking because of health concerns, said law enforcement and prosecutors who use discretion on whether to charge someone. Newton says the bill focus on criminalizing masks only for the purpose of concealing one's identity, not for health reasons. I smell politics in the other side of the aisle when they are scaring people to death about a bill that is only going to criminalize people who are trying to hide their identity so they can do something wrong, Newton says. 3 Senate Democrats proposed amendments to keep the health exemption and exclude hate groups from masking, but the Senate Republicans used protocol mechanism to block them without going up for a vote. Further changes to the bill could be a possibility, but it would ultimately be up to the House, Newton told reporters after the vote. Robinson County Republican Senator Danny Bridget also said during an early committee that he anticipates some tweaking. Well, I can't say twerking because you can't do that, can you? House Rules Committee Chairman Dustin Hall, a Caldwell County House Republican, told reporters before the Senate vote that the House plans to take a look at it, but members want to clamp down on people who wear masks while committing crimes, real crimes. And the mask bill would likely move through a few committees before hitting the House floor, which will take 1 or 2 weeks, Hall says. And that's about it. Yeah, I mean, not far from where I am, Inglewood, they have a sign outside the smoke shop saying, if you come in with a mask, you're going to be sent right outside if you don't take it off. And it's not one of those, the mask you cover yourself up, for health reasons, but an actual mask, face to head, whatever. And unfortunately, yes, they've been using that to cover themselves to commit crimes during all this time. So yeah, so it outweighs the benefits of the health association with the mask. Besides, some kinds of masks don't always work. So, unfortunately, my wife, when she was wearing the mask, she hated it. It didn't help her situation. It probably made it worse. So, to those people who want to keep it as it is and help these protesters cover themselves so they don't get arrested, screw you. This Outcast saying so long for now. Don't forget your stop. And don't be a dumbbell Democrat from North Carolina.